What up, TikTok? It's your boy Danny Nuggets back again with another video. Gotta talk more NBA playoffs. I have some time on my hands. I don't know when this vid's gonna come out because this series starts on Sunday, and it is the first series that we've been given to in terms of how the matchups are set up for round 2 in the NBA playoffs. It is the Eastern Conference semis. It is the 1 seed in Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the 4 seed Indiana Pacers. And there's not much to glean from at least the regular season matchup between these two teams. They split the regular season 2-2, and the last two matchups were in April where Cleveland already clinched the 1 seed, already had 60 plus wins, and they were resting their guys. I will say though, in the first of these two games, because they also played each other in the last game of the regular season, and both their B teams went to double overtime. But the Cavs put their B team once again on the third game, and it was the first game in April, and the Pacers were playing their starters, and it was actually a clutch time game, and the Pacers won 114 to 112. And if that's I'm kind of scared for Indiana. At the same time, I have kind of faith that Indiana presents like much better challenges for Cleveland because like the Heat were not a real playoff team, man. I know they got there, but ain't no way they're a real playoff team. As for the other two the other two matchups in the regular season, they also split those in like January or February. But this is at the start of, like I told y'all about Indiana's hot run to start the new year, because I told you they had a bit of a down start compared to what people thought they were going to be after their Eastern Conference Finals run last year, where they were mid, Tyrese was mid, the hamstring was still bothering him, and then they became one of the better teams in the league post the new year or in January. And they were one of the first few teams to beat Cleveland. In the second game, Cleveland got them, but it's weird because this is pre-DeAndre Hunter trade for Cleveland, as well as in the game that Indiana lost in January or February, Tyrese Halliburton didn't play. Mind you, even though the Cavs were starting to turn things around in January or February, Tyrese is playing so much better now than he was back then. So it really is interesting in terms of what both these teams did in the first round. These are the top two offenses in the playoffs so far, but the Cavs are just the things they did to the Heat, oh my gosh, we will not speak on it because that's how disrespectful they were. But they posted a 136 offensive rating. I don't think that's duplicable. I'm sorry for misspeaking, but duplicable, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I know like Miami in theory is supposed to be the better defensive team, but yeah, man, I don't see Indiana doing the same thing. But like I will say though, the Cavs were the best offensive team in the league throughout the season. I think damn near the best 3-point shooting team relative to like EFG or something like that. They were the best 3-point shooting team. So many snipers and DG, Dono, what's his face? Max Strus was good. DeAndre Hunter was a sniper. Ty Jerome's a sniper. Sam Merrill, you name it. They have snipers on that squad. Even Evan Mobley had a good year shooting. The reason why this matchup also kind of excites me, even though I'm a little scared for the Pacers because of what Cleveland did in the first round, is that both these teams are great offensively, and Indiana will put so much more pressure in terms of their ball movement and their pace because both these teams play fast, and I'm actually excited to see what these offensive demons do because they both push the pace, they both put up threes. I like the ball movement for both of these teams. I know Cleveland, it probably is the better of these two teams because they can guard better, because Cleveland also was the second best defense throughout the first round, obviously OKC being one. Indiana wasn't terrible. They were 7th in defense, but I don't know like if that's I know they've improved compared to last year, but they were also facing just Giannis and friends out there, so I don't know what to gain from this. And the Cavs offense is like literally the best offense in basketball, but I'm expecting some offensive fireworks. And hey, man, if there's one team, or Cleveland is one of the few teams that may not be able to guard Cleveland per se, but they're able to keep up offensively. So I'm expecting some like 120s to 118s, 117s, that type of series. I'm interested to see who guards Tyrese. That's one of the issues with Cleveland, if they were to be had defensively, is even though Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are elite at rim protection and Emob can switch, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell can be had, and I feel like Hallie presents an interesting matchup problem, as does Cleveland, even though Andrew Nemhard and Aaron Nesmith are cool defenders. it presents a different challenge compared to Giannis, where you just set up the ball. And even though Giannis put up amazing numbers, I do feel like compared into the first round, even though Dono had 230 balls early, Dono or DG has to step up offensively and take over this series if they want to beat this Pacers team, because this Pacers team is going to score, man. Like, I know they posted that 102 defensive rating against the Heat, but the Heat are a far cry offensively compared to Indiana, like I just mentioned. Also, Indiana actually has depth, and I don't know if they can match the depth with with Cleveland per se, but they're at least 8 deep with Hallie, with Nemhard, Neesmith, Siakam, Turner, McConnell, Matherin, and Obi Toppin. On the flip side, for the Cavs, you got Mitchell, Garland. Garland is an interesting tidbit. I did say he did miss the last couple games with that toe injury, I want to say, and he should be ready to go in the second round, because I don't think they can beat Indiana without Darius Garland, despite the fact that they waxed Miami the way that they did, because Indiana's much better than Miami. So I expect DG to play in this series. Hopefully the toe injury doesn't affect him too much, and both teams are relatively healthy heading into this matchup. So Mitchell, DG, Max Strus, Mobley, Allen, Jerome, Hunter, Okoro, and Dean Wade is like a cool 8 to 9. So both these teams, depth wise, are pretty equal. Even though, all things considered, I'm probably gonna go Cavs in like 6 or 7, because unlike Indiana, I just feel like both these teams share similarities in being more offensively minded teams. I just believe in Cleveland's defense more. They have more players. I feel like that can guard, or I just like their rim protection and their versatility in Mobley, and they've shown to me that they have better defensive principles than Indiana this season, even though Indiana presents a problem, bro, because I just like their pace, man. And Tyrese can have a pretty big series, but I trust in Cleveland. I trust in Coach Kenny Atkinson, and I just trust in the shooting, man. They've been shooting lights out, and if they go cold, then there gives out some hope for Indiana. But I got Cleveland in 6 or 7, but should be a great second round series. Comment down below your thoughts on this. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? You think Indiana can get to the ECF in back-to-back years, or do you think the Cavs make their first ECF post LeBron? Let me know your thoughts. A like and a follow was appreciated. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me at Danny Nuggets on TikTok, and as always, have a good one, guys. Peace.